Welcome back to Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks again for joining us, and we are joined by Dennis Zine. He's a member of the Los Angeles City Council. He's also an announced candidate for controller of the City of Los Angeles. That election will be held in 2013. Sir, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Still on the council now, and you're focused on graffiti and graffiti abatement and removal. Talk to us about a couple of motions you've been proposing.
Well, we've got motions moving forward to committee, and it calls for a change in the philosophy, the policy. We spend $34.5 million a year trying to eradicate graffiti, so it's a tremendous cost to taxpayers. We know it causes blight, it destroys communities. So we've got some motions going forward that'll copy, hopefully, the Portland, Oregon plan.
Oh, really?
Where the seller needs to maintain a record of the individual that's purchasing, so we can trace this back. We need to somehow hold people accountable.
Is there a way to trace it?
Yeah, there's a way. If we know that you purchase and subsequent, we can connect you with that particular crime that takes place, we can then hold you civilly liable.
What do you think about that? Big Brother?
Well, you know what? It's Big Brother, Little Brother. The fact of the matter is it's destroying communities. Now, if you use it for a legitimate purpose, there's no problem. But people use it for an illegitimate purpose, and we know they tag our freeways, they tag our signs, they tag private, public property, trucks, etc. So that's one of the issues. We want to maintain a record. It's working in Portland, Oregon. We want to try that here. In addition, we want the city attorney to draft an ordinance that will require individuals that sell paint and etching materials, etc., the consequences when you do something illegal with that, the fines, etc. And then lastly, we want the police department to come forward with their tracking system and show how effective or ineffective that tracking system is. That's very effective in other jurisdictions. To me, graffiti just shows a deterioration of a neighborhood, just shows that we're not responding to the problem. The programs we have, the $1,000 reward for people who turn in taggers, etc., they're not working. And I want to make a distinction between art and graffiti. There's a total distinction between the two. Art, we support. We support
there
the
can
artists.
Be graffiti art. Think about the LA River.
There can be graffiti art, but you do it in a proper fashion.
Right.
You're not tagging some public or private property. You're not tagging the side of a truck, a commercial vehicle, as we see all over this particular region. And that's the problem. And people want to have a clean city. Beverly Hills, Glendale, Burbank, those cities don't tolerate this. Unfortunately, in Los Angeles, we've tolerated it way too long, so we want to eradicate that. And that's what this motion calls for. Hopefully, we will have tighter regulations and controls to make it a beautiful Los Angeles.
Let's talk about regulation. As you know, there is a move to bring football back to Los Angeles.
I totally support football.
We're very excited about it. But AEG, which is the prime mover behind this move, is concerned that if they move forward, they will get bogged down in litigation dealing with environmental regulations.
Well, lawsuits, people try to file lawsuits all the time to hold things
And
up.
under California law as it stands now, the CEQA law, that litigation could go on and it could be protracted. There are moves to reform CEQA to benefit AEG and or all large projects.
Exactly.
What do you think about that move?
Well, we're still going to have litigation take place. It just expedites the process. You can still file a suit. If it's legitimate, you'll have it heard. They'll make a decision. But instead of dragging out for years and years and years, as we've seen in the past, this expedites it. And I totally support that. If we're going to do a project, let's do it. Let's not play games with it.
Under the reforms, projects that would see the expedited litigation must be worth $100 million or more. Do you believe that bigger projects should get the benefit, yet smaller projects could be subject to that extended litigation?
I think it needs to be fair for all projects. And the fact of the matter is, if we want to help this economy, which is struggling, we want to put people to work, we need to be cognizant of that. And when we hold up projects for a long period of time, we need football in this region. It's not a necessity, but we need it to help the vitality of the city. We need to renovate the convention center. So this helps the convention center. This helps pay off the bonds of the convention center. This is a very positive for Los Angeles. And we're not going to do it unless we can attract a team. And if we attract a team, that comes together. Look at AEG Staples has done tremendous. The Nokia Theater, that whole downtown area, they've made millions and millions of dollars. They've turned it from negative into positive. And back to you, Brad.
Thanks, Dennis. My name is Brad Pomerance. Thanks for watching us. Back to HLN.